Yeah, that was a shorter one today.
It was direct. It was to the point.
Yeah, yeah, because we got a lot to go over today.
Oh yeah.
As always, I'm here with Mr. Redeye.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Hey, they like me today.
yeah, they like you today, and
That's good.
obviously I'm Space Ice. So, all right. Anyways, so we're gonna do a two-parter. We figured Derailed with Van Damme is his Die Hard on the train.
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
Oh, it's amazing. And then we have Seagal's Die Hard on the Train. Whatever he called that movie. It was not up to the
Yeah.
level of Derailed. We'll just say that. But we're gonna be objective. We're gonna
Yeah.
be completely objective, unbiased, and just kind of compare it a little bit as you go over them. First, obviously, Derailed. Then next week will be Under Siege 2. As everyone knows, I'm always completely fair and unbiased when it comes to Van
I
Damme
think
and Seagal.
I think that's the thing you're most known for.
It is, I know.
Yeah.
Some people think I'm too unbiased, or maybe I favor Seagal a little bit, but no.
No.
Now, before we start this, I love this movie.
Do you?
I love this movie. I've done a video on it before. As always, when I do these second videos for the streams, I find out so much more. This movie is insane. This
Yeah.
movie is just insane.
Yeah,
I realized
it is.
how insane it was until I did the second time, and God, I love insanity movies. There's stupid, and then there's crazy. Give me crazy all day long. Give me John Woo.
100%.
Don't give me Resident Evil. Give me John Woo, and I will be happy.
I wrote a small snippet about this movie where I said, the true great movies are edited by truly great people. Like Star Wars, edited by Marcia Lucas, George Lucas's wife, where
Okay,
she took
okay.
like 100+ hours of footage and somehow made a movie out of that. Not just one, but 3 movies. You have
Oh,
like John
like
Gilbert,
the
Lord
Hobbit
of the
type thing,
Rings. Oh yeah, but better.
obviously.
Um, John Gilbert, Lord of the Rings, famously edited, incredible. And then you have the people who edited this movie, and it is.
Interesting.
You know what? You know what they said? They said less is more. I don't think that's true.
That's not true. The more cuts, the better.
I think more is more.
And that, so you have Kill Switch with Steven Seagal,
Yeah.
where there is 10,000 cuts. But you know why they do the cuts, because Seagal's not there.
He's not
He
in it.
barely moves. And so they have to try and make it seem like he's actually there fighting. This doesn't have that. This just has cuts for absolutely no reason, an excessive amount. I think I show a part in here where a lady just is looking down and she looks up and it's 3 different cuts just for her to lift her head up.
A dramatic lift.
It's very dramatic.
People are saying that you are a bit quiet.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I thought we made you loud.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be too loud.
Just blast it.
Yeah, how's this? Is this better, everybody? 'Cause I'm going to be honest, I can hear myself fine, and that's all that matters.
Okay. All right, we'll
right,
keep
here
it
we
at this
go.
for now.
Couple of super chats before we get going. Far Cry 5 is the award-winning first-person shooter that showed the world how radical Steven Seagal fans are. Don't get that reference, but I'll just agree with you, Master Grunt. I think I've seen your name a few times before. Mr. Lord Vulcan.
This guy.
Redeye released Derailed this weekend. Space Ice's was better.
See, he's saying the quiet part out loud now.
It's true, though. You pitched meetings me on this. I did this movie like 2 or 3 years ago. Then you're like, oh, I'm going to do it now because he did it.
I did a slow burn. Yeah, I was like, set a reminder. Remind me in 3 years.
Thought I was going to forget. I didn't.
I didn't. No.
Oh, man,
No.
I hope I got the right video queued up. We'll see what happens. I do. Fantastic. I've told you guys this before. Whenever a woman just happens to break down in front of where you're working, it's a trap.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is always a trap. Every single time.
I do love how they're at a base of a government, military, police, armed facility.
It's
And they're
unclear
like,
exactly what it is, but
we're not quite sure.
it's one of those places where the military is also the police, so it could be
Yeah.
a military base.
We don't
It
know. It could be
a
an
police station.
embassy, maybe. But it's in the middle of nowhere, clearly. And they're like, yeah, an odd car that we don't know breaks down directly outside of our gate. Nothing suspicious about that.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone here's ever gone to a military base. If you do this, they will swarm you. They'll be like, what the fuck are you even doing here in the first place?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can't just pull up there and just break down and be like, oh, yeah, this happens sometimes.
Yeah, no. Does not happen.
Hey, miss.
Please, I need your help.
Oh, come on.
It's the pigtails.
She's got the pigtails. Like, no self-respecting adult wears pigtails unless they're up to something.
Let me help you.
See? Gentlemen, this is why you do not help women. You never help women.
That's the takeaway.
That's the takeaway. Nothing
Any of
sexist
them.
about this. Just if you see a woman that needs help, keep on moving. Just saying. Oh, there it is. Did you guys see it? Did you see her look up and need like 5 cuts?
It was good. You know, it really showed me she looked up.
Yeah, in case you missed it. Yeah, she didn't look up 3 different times. No, she looked up once, but we got 3
Dramatically.
different views. Very dramatically. Oh yeah. I love how she just holds it so
Biohazard.
we can see it. There's some sort of biological compound in there, and
That's right.
she's stealing it because that's smart.
And it's definitely not just the goo from glow sticks. It's
No,
not
no.
that, guys.
It's not that.
Yeah.
But most biological weapons do grow green. Just so you guys know. That is how
Well,
it
yeah.
works.
That's how the Hulk was made. Well, not really, but
That's how you know it's really dangerous because it glows
It
green.
glows
It
green.
grows and glows green, just like the Hulk. The Hulk does both.
There you go.
Lars, I'm on vacation. We have a situation.
She's a high-tech thief who's been slipping us information for years. I need you to handle the extraction. She's some kind of circus freak.
Boom. That's all we need. That's all the backstory we need. That might have been even been a little too long.
Yeah, too long.
Just know it's completely unnecessary, pointless, and it doesn't matter. And also, if you're going to go undercover, being top secret, it's good to have a show that you put on.
That a lot of people show up to. Yeah.
Yeah, and have like your poster outside and have a full theater
Yeah.
and everything. That's how you fly under the radar.
That's how you stay undercover. I hear the best way to get away with murder is to just talk about it a lot.
Yeah, it's never failed me yet.
Yeah.
You meet her near the border and take her to Munich.
We're going by train?
Yeah, the airport's too hot and all the other routes are blown.
There, boom. Why aren't you going by plane? They're hot and blown, so
I don't want to get on a hot, blown plane.
no. For God, no.
Yeah. Gross.
I get time off in the hospital and you don't see them calling me.
Vladimir is an important client.
They
okay?
all are. When do we get to be important?
Okay, ladies. She has a very good reason to be upset with Van Damme here.
Right.
Because he's working extra hard to provide for his family. Because they're on a nice vacation in Europe right now that he's paying for because of his job. And it's unacceptable that he's working hard for his family. That's bullshit, guys. Don't do that.
Yeah. Don't provide no benefits.
That is just such a weird trope that they have.
They do that in a lot of movies.
Movies, TV shows, it's always like the dad's such a deadbeat. He's working so many hours so he can pay for this house and all this stuff we have. What a douche.
I don't know why this reminded me. There's this great Bill Burr joke where he was like watching Oprah and she's interviewing some lady and she's like she's a writer, she's an editor, and she does the hardest job in the world. She's a mother. And then everyone gets like the big aw. And then Bill Burr's like, yeah, I think being a coal miner is pretty fucking tough.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot more people die in construction.
yeah.
Writing is difficult, and being a mother is like something only like 90% of women do. So
It's true.
pretty rare to find.
I'll be back soon,
So
okay?
he gives the daughter a hug. That's how Van Damme's. That's what they do when they're going to leave their children. They give the daughter a hug.
Yep.
The son gets a spin kick.
faster.
He's a Van Damme. That's how Van Damme men say goodbye every time.
Yeah.
People that don't recognize him, that is his real son. He's in a lot of Van Damme movies.
I was gonna say when I first saw it and I saw the spin kick, I was like, that seems a bit too good
Yeah.
for just some random kid to be
Yeah,
doing.
you have to have
and
Van Damme genes.
you have to have Van Damme genes.
He was in The Quest. He was a little boy sitting on the bench.
Yep.
While the old lady was just like, "Yeah, your mom's not paying anymore, so I'm just gonna leave you here."
Kurt Russell liked to do that back in the day too. He put his boys in a lot of movies.
Yeah. Van Damme still does. Like all his later movies, I'll notice his son, every now and then his daughter, but this guy, Chris, I think his name is, he's in like everything Van Damme's in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, have your picture right there. Remember, she's flying under the radar, stole some sort of biological weapon from a military compound. Yep, her picture's everywhere, though. Oh, wow. Auntie Sarah's got a pretty sad story. Wish I had some sad music I could cue up. It's real. My mom attacked my dad for working for the upper middle class lifestyle he wanted. Well, he's a dick, and he needs to stop wanting so much.
Fuck that guy. Can't expect to make money, work for that money, and then spend that money.
Yeah, that was for the family.
Yeah.
Master Grunt. A good Van Damme pair of jeans. Yeah, I mean, doing spin kicks and jeans has got to be difficult, but if you're a Van Damme, you can do whatever you want.
Back then, yes. Modern day jeans, they're like they're stretchy now, dude.
If you get the stretchy, yeah.
They're pretty cool.
I recommend the stretchy.
I do too.
Yeah, the show was canceled, I guess. I don't know. Oh, yeah, and they also, the whole spin kick thing was because they didn't want there to be a plot hole later, so they had to set it up.
They had to prove that he can do this.
Who are you?
Okay. There is no way somebody doesn't know who Jean-Claude Van Damme is.
Yeah, that's mistake number one.
Yeah,
just
so
not believe it.
He's confused a little bit, thinking maybe this is a setup. Somebody doesn't know Van Damme. Yeah, okay, lady.
Mm-hmm.
I said, who are you?
Jacques Christophe.
Did you hear his name? Jacques. Okay, so he is, now the accent's explained. Boom.
Yep. Bam. French. There it
Taking
is.
care of these possible plot holes that are not plot holes because his name is Jacques, so obviously he's going to have an accent.
Obviously, he's going to sound like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust you if your tongue came no.
Oh, I have lots of issues with this. Obviously, she jumps on him with her legs around him because she's a woman and he's Van Damme.
Very cat. I called it very Halle Berry Catwoman.
Yeah, I mean, I would never blame a woman for that. I would never. They're human, and he's Van Damme.
That's right.
Now, I wouldn't trust you if your tongue came notarized. I have lots of issues with that saying. I would not trust somebody who told me their tongue was notarized.
Was notarized. I think it'd be the opposite, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't trust them. I trust them less if they said their tongue was notarized because that sounds insane.
Yeah.
And something being notarized doesn't make it true. It just means that, yeah, they signed it. Doesn't mean
I've met many a notary, and they're just as weird as everybody else. If not weirder.
They're not supposed to make sure that whatever you're signing is true and accurate. They're just supposed to make sure that you are signing it.
Yeah.
That you're not lying about that.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to go over the contract and figure out, oh, well, you're actually going to do all this. No, that's not their job.
You know what their job is, though? Printing stuff on that length of paper that I don't know how they get paper that long. I've never been able to purchase paper that long. It's special notary paper, man.
Well, it's got to be like clear and legible, and if they have to go down to like a second line, it's not going to be uniform. And they got the stamps they got to do. I mean, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
If little Borat was here, I'd say in Soviet Russia, birthday snatches you. That is true. That is true. All of that's true.
Oh, there we go. Trey Parker right here.
Hello.
There we go.
Oh. I am a notary. I agree. It is useless. Except for like the once every 5 years where you need a notary and it's a pain in the ass. You got to deal with all that. If it was something you had to do all the time, it's not a big deal, but you got to do it like every 5 years and you're like, oh, I got to find one. I don't know any notaries. And
you can just pay them a little extra and they show up to your house. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You don't tell me what to do. I don't need you, nor do I want you.
Yeah, I hate her. I really don't like her. And the movie sets her up in like this and maybe the next scene. Like she's going to be the other half of the like protagonist for this movie. It's like this is about them. And they're
Nope.
kicking ass. That is not this movie at all.
He bails on him immediately.
Well, she just gets forgotten about. Like she just disappears
too.
for like the second and third thirds of the movie. She shows up, you're like, oh shit, I forgot she was even in this.
I'll be honest, my first watch of this movie, I confused her with the henchman lady on the cast. And so I was like, oh yeah, no, she's just gone. I don't know where she is. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, oh no, she's hanging out with the bad guy for a little bit, but I just thought it was the same lady.
Yes. I feel like there had to be more that we missed with her. We'll get
There has to be.
when we get to it, but she's shows up in a completely different place and situation than she was left in.
Yeah.
And it's very jarring.
Yeah.
But I forgot what she just said. Oh, she said she doesn't need him, which is bullshit.
He should immediately just leave and let her deal with what's about to happen then.
Yeah, he should just spin kick her right here and then walk out.
Yeah, great. Don't need me.
No, this is my show.
Yeah, so her plan is to put on her circus show. I don't know, they call her a circus freak, which I'm not really a freak. She just does like whatever that's called, like the
Like
trapeze
Cirque du
artist.
Soleil stuff.
Yeah, so she turns like she doesn't really have a plan. This goes nowhere. Like this is just nonsense.
We want her alive.
And I love these guys. Everyone in this movie, they just start lighting people up. That's just like their go-to solution for everything.
Respect. I respect it.
Like, no, we need to talk to her. We're not here to shoot her. We just need to talk to her. They just start shooting. At every point, everyone just starts shooting, even though everyone needs her alive. But nope, everyone just starts shooting. Like they didn't get the memo either because they're lining her up from top. And whatever her plan was, the bad guys beat them there. They didn't even know where they were going.
They were already up there.
They're already there, so her plan was very stupid.
They just took the stairs. Her little rappel took like 3 whole minutes.
Yeah, well, they had to hook it up to the carabiner, then they had to.
They go on
The whole
belay,
thing.
belay's
Yeah, the
on,
vest.
climbing.
And they had to get the safety stuff going. Like,
Yeah.
they're alive because he's Van Damme.
Obviously.
This is supposed to make her seem badass, I guess. Except for the part where they completely forget about this and she's not badass ever again. And
Yeah, I think this is the last like proactive thing she does.
But if you actually watch what they do, it's pathetic. He just stands there, and that guy, like, I don't know, he's looking off somewhere else. I don't know what he's looking for. She's right there. That's who they're looking for.
It's a theater, man. Theaters are haunted. Maybe he saw a ghost.
He's very distracted. I gotta look off to the left. And he just walks into her. It's like he forgets she's even there. He's looking at some to the side and just walks straight.
I will say, having done YouTube videos like this for so long, I now, in every fight, I don't watch the fight. I just watch people in the background. That's hands down the best part of any of these when it's like 1-on-5, it's like, just look at that one dude in the background who just takes a few steps forward, a couple steps back, a few steps forward, twirls his arms, and then his only job is to get like kicked in the face.
It's always a good time. Sometimes
so
it's a
good.
different person. Somebody who's standing in the back will change into someone else and then walk forward.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Same thing. They just walk into her. She just throws them around.
Sorry, emergency.
So they go outside. Well, first of all, had she not done that stupid little thing about tackling him and the notarized tongue, they would have been out of there before these guys even showed up.
Yes.
But they go outside, and the military or whatever finds them because Van Damme hails a taxi and then throws the driver out and just hauls ass out of there.
They could have just gotten in the taxi.
Yeah, if he just sat down in the taxi and they drove away, none of this movie.
None
would
of
have
this.
happened.
No.
Oh, but I'm glad they didn't, because this is where the insanity starts. It just gets insane.
God, the cuts.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of cuts, but just thinking about, if you think about in your head what's actually happening, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Through a restaurant, drives through a park. That's what heroes do, ladies and gentlemen. Just drives through all these crowded places of pedestrians.
Hey, they got out of the way.
Hold on. Maybe they were... Okay. Blue. Wait, where did the taxi come from? He held a taxi down. I didn't show it because I can't show everything, but it's that movie thing where he walks out and he's like, oh man, the military's here. So he just like raises his hand real quick. He's like, taxi. And then they just show up. They're
Just
there.
waiting for him.
There's always a taxi in the movie whenever someone just needs one. They just lift their arm up.
My favorite when I lived in New York, I didn't realize taxis were like just independent people.
Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't.
Well, yes. I mean, they're all like unionized there, but they're like sometimes they own their own cars or whatever. But like the amount of times some guy would roll up and out the window just go, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to 22nd," and they just wait and they go, "Eh," and then they just drive off. Like, I don't want to drive there, and then they leave you, and then you just have to find another cab who is willing to go in that direction.
Do they still do that now?
Well, I mean, this was what 11 years ago.
Seems like Uber or whatever.
It was right at the beginning of Uber.
Yeah, 'cause I think they got
So
it.
Uber's probably I don't know if Uber's hit Manhattan super hard. I assume it's in there, but they have so many cabs in Manhattan. Like,
Yeah, I believe it because a lot of people don't drive there. Dizzy Face, Mr. Mark Ivy.
that's a good one.
I love how he's driving it. He's steering it while he's upside down. He's intent. I love it. I love it. It's upside down. He doesn't give a shit. He's still driving. I don't know why they show
How
us.
else will he steer it?
They give us two different cuts of him. So it's like him, he's steering it upside down. They cut away, they're still sliding. They cut back to him, and he's still steering. So you guys might think he's just going off wherever, but no, he knows where he's going. He's going exactly where he wants to go. Why is he driving to the gas? This is just like Fire Down Below, where the guy...
Oh, yeah, at the end.
He just drives into the gas station. Just,
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, this guy just drives into the pumps for no reason. The explosion, it's so ridiculous and insane. It's
Huge.
one of two nuclear explosions we get in this movie. None of them are from nukes. Like, so you get it's like a bus is flying through the air, the taxi's flying through the air, some third thing flies into the taxi that's in the air. There's 3 separate explosions here. Like, I don't even know why the taxi got attacked while it was exploding from the first explosion, but
Some Sharknado right there.
it gets another explosion while it's already exploding. It's so good. It's so nonsensical. Oh yeah, but yeah. How did we get here? Nobody cares. Nobody ever asked. Nobody thought about it.
We ran away.
Yeah, they're just at the train station now. It doesn't matter, okay? They're at the train station.
Yeah.
I know everything was just exploding, but look at them now. It all worked out. It's Van Damme. What do you expect? It's so amazing. See, that's her disguise.
It's very good.
When you disguise yourself, much like running the show, you want to stand out as much as possible.
Yeah, try to look like a celebrity. One of the crazy people who put up the big hair and wear meat and stuff. Yeah.
Definitely have your hair in a way that it's clearly not your natural color.
Correct. That's very important.
But, I mean, he looks at the sheet. Let's see. It says hair. Oh, it says brown for hair. I mean,
it's
the
not
face
brown.
is identical. It's but it says brown, though. It says brown, okay? I don't know about you guys, but that does not look like brown to me.
No.
Go ahead.
So he's like, I don't know why I stopped it there. But yeah, it says brown. It's not brown. So there you go. Oh, brown. We got the brown lady. Oh, her hair's brown. Get her the fuck out of here. They take her in the back and they put 2 bullets in her head.
That's
They
right.
actually
Yeah.
show it.
Yeah. Totally.
And it wasn't like in the movie. Like they actually did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
She died. It was
told
it was
you.
tragic.
This movie's wild.
You're a musician, huh? Musician? Must be real interesting. Songs and such.
It's amazing that I can keep them all straight in my head.
I don't know why this is even in there.
I don't know why they're in this movie.
They they do almost nothing.
She does very, very little. He has like one minor panic attack at a point.
He does a couple things. Seems like a lovable loser at first. Like, oh, he's striking out, he's trying. But then he turns into a complete douche.
Yeah.
And I guess he makes a comeback at the end. Her only reason for being there is so the villain can be just a cartoon dickhead.
Yeah.
That's the only reason she's there. And I'm for it. I like it.
Yeah, thank God she's here.
Yeah. And this is a scene. That's a scene. That's an entire scene. I have no idea what that is or what happened there. I kept that in there because I still cannot figure out what the hell happens.
I'm glad they showed us.
I'm going to go back and play it again.
Please.
So what I'm getting from this is she's like sitting there seductively. He's looking at her like, oh, come on, lady. Then she's standing up and then he's sitting down. I left nothing out. I am
riveting stuff.
But how did they even get from there to there? I am so confused. Watch it again. What is this? Was that just like random shots they had left over? They're like, oh, we'll just, I don't know, put it in there. We'll make a scene out of it. Get some more runtime.
Maybe he edited the movie, or I think it was 2 people edited it. They put it together and they're like, and done. They're like, guys, it's a minute, or it's an hour 10. We can't have a 70-minute movie. They're like, okay, I can find some stuff. I can put some stuff in.
I am so lost on what they're supposed to be showing us. Why he's sitting, how she's... Because they must have passed each other at some point.
But that's not exciting. The
the
sitting is the exciting part.
I guess. Like she's doing something with her hair. Oh, Red Face, ladies and gentlemen. Red Face is here. You know it's going to be a good time when Red Face is here.
That's right.
I love Red Face. I don't know if you...
Natasha. Is it Natasha? I can't remember who the girl is.
Yeah, I think it is Natasha.
It's always Natasha.
I don't know if you've seen Maximum Risk or done a video on Maximum Risk.
I haven't, no.
Oh, it is incredible. His role is he just shows up 4 times completely out of nowhere and is trying to kill Van Damme.
Is it explained why?
Well, kind of. We know why he's trying to kill him, but we don't know how he survives some of these things. The first time he gets thrown into a fire, like a building that's on fire, and he gets thrown in the middle of it, and then he's just back. Not burned. Good. But it's amazing. It's kind of almost like Family Guy. I don't know if you've seen Family Guy with Peter and the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Except there's not like that, oh my God, he sees him real first. He just, all of a sudden he's attacking. Just out of nowhere. It's actually amazing because he's...
That sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, he's quite large and intimidating. So, it's awesome.
It's very similar to The Assassin and the Foreigner, dare I say.
Yeah.
The amount of things that man survives. And you're like, oh, he's dead for sure now.
The amount he survives, but it's amazing how it's just... Because they throw it when you don't expect it at all, and then just, boom, he's just attacking with a knife just out of nowhere. It's just incredible.
I'm going to have to watch that.
Oh, you should. It's a very underrated movie. But, yeah, that's Red Face, so he will always be in my heart for making that movie very lively.
What do you want here?
He smashes the radio, so...
Cell phone blockers on. Over.
So no radio, no cell phones. You know what that means, right? You know what this is now?
Die Hard?
Dark territory. That's when they're in. There's no communication. They're in dark territory. So, Under Siege 2 pitch meetings this movie.
Damn. They are in dark territory right now.
Yeah, because they can't communicate. So apparently Dark Territory wasn't even supposed to be a Seagal or Under Siege movie, which is insane to me. I don't exactly know how Hollywood works, but I guess that was a script that was just around for a while.
And they just added it as filler to a underdeveloped Under Siege?
Well, they just like, all right, we'll take this and we'll just kind of add some things and make it Under Siege 2. But it's
so
not a
weird.
great script, so why is that floating around for a while? Why? Who paid money for that? Like, you could just give me 2 weeks, I could come up with something better than Under Siege 2. You
Yeah.
don't need because they bought that script and did nothing with it for a while. And they were like, I guess I'll make it an Under Siege movie.
Maybe that was like back in the .com like era when it's first booming and everyone's just buying up domain names. They're like, oh, this is a good domain name. I could sell this later.
I mean,
Maybe it
was
was
at
one
the
of
same
those.
time, because remember, he sends a gigabyte of RAM at the Pentagon.
Yeah, that's right.
That'll stop the Pentagon.
Yeah, what are they gonna do with the whole gig?
He can send it wirelessly. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
That's how computers work. Yeah. Oh, see, now another thing that will not be a plot hole. So when this happens, you guys will be like, yeah, no, they explained it. No, this makes total sense.
Yeah, see? Clearly head over heels for each other.
This is not a Steven Seagal movie. This is a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. He saw some plot holes and said, no, we're going back and we're going to film some things. My son's going to do a spin kick. You're going to, like, peck her on the cheek or something so they know how deeply in love you are.
Correct.
And then, there's just a lot of making out for, like, 2 minutes in this movie. Then not really ever again. I guess this is just to make him seem cold-hearted, too. I mean, okay. Well, this doesn't make any sense. Her whole thing doesn't make any sense. She looks a lot like the mom from Taken, the Jean Grey actress. She looks just like her.
Oh yeah, I can see
That's
that.
all I see when I see her. You'll see her face. You don't really see it here.
You're no fun, you know that?
I don't have to be married.
I like married men.
Well, I mean, you guys are terrible. I know you shouldn't have to answer for one random lady in the movie that came out 25 years ago, but you do, okay?
Yeah.
I
Explain
blame
that.
all women for this, obviously. But not really because it's Van Damme, so I guess I don't blame you guys for this.
Yeah, if it was anybody else.
Anyone else. Although when he says, I'm married, that's a hint, ladies. When the guy says, I'm married.
Yeah, I don't think there could be much more of a hint.
That's a pretty strong hint that they're not interested.
Pretty good, yeah.
But I guess she doesn't quite get it. But it is Van Damme again, so I still don't blame her. Boom. There.
Get it.
Definitely need to get that hint. My God.
Be great
I
if
don't
she
even know
just
where
knocked.
she is. Is she in the bathroom? Like, what is that?
It's unclear. Was it a hall? Was it a bathroom? We don't know.
At first, I think it was a hall because she was going to go get a drink somewhere, like at the bar. And then later, it seems like it's a bathroom. Oh.
Yeah, it'd be weird if she was undressing in the hallway.
Well, she just took her jacket off or something. I think that's just kind of what she's wearing is just that really slutty outfit. There's a lot of unclear things.
That's her lying low undercover outfit.
That computes. That sounds like her.
The don't look at me, but look at me outfit.
Yeah. Good thing Van Damme.
Happy birthday.
And good thing they told us it was his birthday. It's a random thing to not mention until right now. But apparently it's his birthday.
Adorable.
It's his birthday and his wife is there. How she knew to go there, I am not quite clear. She probably just said, have you guys seen Van Damme? And they're like, obviously we've seen Van Damme.
Yeah, we know exactly where he is.
Because they even changed rooms.
They changed rooms, and they've been on the train for a bit. Like, this is the same stop that the bad guys get on the train at. Or, presumably, she's been on the train the whole time, like, lying low for some reason. But my assumption was she got on at that last stop, implying that her and the family drove a good distance to then catch the train that her husband was on so that they could surprise her.
Yeah, well, so she knew he was taking a train, so they may have known where they were going.
I hear there's only one train in Europe, so it's probably pretty easy to find out.
Trying to think. I mean, we don't see the entire thing. We know that he told her he's going by train, because remember
Right, yeah.
There was a whole conversation that she had, and she even asked, I think, why aren't you going by plane? And he said, because Vladimir's too fat to fly or something.
Yep. Checks out.
But this still seems bizarre. Like, when they were having their argument, she didn't even bring up, hey, it's your birthday. You're not going to spend your birthday with your family. She was just like, you're working? Man, stop making so much money.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not what you want to see when you have a slutty dressed girl in the closet. It gets more confusing. So he opens the door and she's just in the middle of the room all of a sudden. She's not like, who's this? Who's opening the door? No, she's just in the room.
And then jump cut later, everyone's sitting down, jump cut back, all standing back up again.
It's very none of this makes sense.
No.
Your new client. And what exactly do you do?
I'm in acquisitions.
I will say that's better than was it Sabadai saying I'm a thief?
I'm a thief.
And Conan the Barbarian, we're thieves. We're here to steal. Yeah, I'm in acquisitions. That does sound better.
It does.
But the thing about this is we're never told that he lies to his wife about what he does. Like, he does. There's no reason he should have told her he's going somewhere with Vladimir. Like, why don't you just tell her what's happening?
It's unclear if he's supposed to be a secret agent whose family doesn't know what he does. Because that's how they set it up, is like he doesn't actually tell them what his job is. But I don't know why that is.
Well, they don't get any specifics on that. They don't say, like, oh,
No.
It's a secret, or he doesn't tell her. He doesn't tell her, but we don't know why. Like, is it just something we didn't see because they didn't show it? Or
Right.
is it supposed to be a secret? Why does this have to be a secret?
It's unclear.
We're not even sure who he works for. It's like NATO or something, which
Yeah, I
doesn't
think
make
it
a lot of sense.
No, but I think it is NATO.
He's possibly a secret spy, possibly not. Who knows? The movie doesn't. But apparently he had to say he was going with Vladimir, and now he's with her. Because that's why the wife's pissed. She's like, she doesn't look like a Vladimir.
No, not hairy enough.
All this does is look really bad for Van Damme for no reason.
Yeah, sets himself up.
And you're helping my husband with what exactly?
Yeah, and they got no answer. So yeah, this does look really bad, but it's all their fault. Like, why not tell her the truth? At no point does he say, oh yeah, I'm protecting her for some reason. He never explains that at all.
Not even after.
No, at no point.
Yeah, at no
I
point.
hope I didn't cause any problems.
And look at her. She's happy. She's happy she ruined her marriage.
Yeah,
his
she's
marriage.
awful.
Yeah, now I can blame all women for this because ruining Van Damme's marriage is not something that you can do just because he's Van Damme.
Ugh. You know who she's not worse than?
Seagal?
Well, yeah, that's like, I just assumed that he's number one. You have to remove him from the equation to lower the chances for everybody else.
Yeah,
but
I mean, that's just obvious, yeah.
this is not a movie like this at all. But have you seen the movie Love Actually, which is a
have
great
not.
movie? It's Christmas. Well, yeah, Christmas movie. There's a lady who gets Alan Rickman's character to almost cheat on his wife, and she's the worst homewrecker in movie history, and I hate her. You should hate her. She reminds me of this lady
Alan
because she's
Rickman
happy about doing it. And Alan Rickman is a saint.
He's an international hero. I was going to say he's a national hero,
hero.
but I don't even think he's American, is he?
No, I don't know. Yeah, I think he's British.
Yeah. Even when he's German, he's British. That's how British he is. He's
English.
British.
Yeah, he's English.
Okay, good. That's Redface being Redface. That's what he does. He's just, oh, hi, bam. Just killing everybody.
Yeah.
These
guys
why they killed them?
make minimum wage. They would have just given up
Yeah, I mean, he's just,
very easily.
they're just like working the luggage and you didn't have to kill them. But okay,
Please,
they did.
my kids are on this train.
Sit down.
Just
I love this scene. So she pushes that cowboy guy. Everyone loses their mind. Van Damme just whoops this guy's ass, just stands up, spin kick, kicks him out the door. Nobody seems to care at all.
Nobody bats an eye.
Nobody's like, whatever. But she pushed the guy. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, she's got to... They all have Uzis for some reason, and she's pointing at the guy, yet... No, it's not that. It's the push.
Just calm down.
Yeah.
See? Oh, you guys see it? The lady I was talking about, the
Oh, I see that. Yep.
Jean Grey or the
Jean
mom
Grey.
from Taken. Absolutely
Yep.
looks just like her.
And now you see why I got confused between her.
No. This makes
No?
it so I don't see why you got confused, because she
No?
looks like somebody I recognize. I think the other lady was in, Mulholland Drive or something? Yeah, Mulholland Drive.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
That's a Lynch movie. It's one of those insane, nobody really knows what it's about or what's happening at any point. Actually, Rose from Titanic is the worst in history. Her beloved fiancé takes her on a luxury cruise, and she immediately dumps him for a hobo. It's not quite a homewrecker because it's her own home. And they even do that thing where he's like abusive. I think he hits her a couple times. The one that bothers me the most, and I hate to admit that I've seen this movie, The Notebook. Have you seen The Notebook?
I have seen The Notebook, yeah.
Marsden, Cyclops, weird that these characters are everywhere. He's a great guy. Like, he doesn't do anything wrong, really. Usually in those movies, they'll have the guy, like, cheating on her or being abusive.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a reason.
But yeah, no, he's just a great guy. Like,
Yeah.
I have no idea how you can justify her just being a slut, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I know nowadays Ryan Gosling's a lot more popular and famous than Marsden is, but still. Oh, yeah, like, why does the daughter look like a coke? She looks so methed out right here, doesn't she?
When you pause it like that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just caught my eye because she looked like a normal person before, but now
She just popped up from doing a line of something.
she's like anorexic. Like, I'm worried about her right now. I know this is 25 years ago and she's probably long dead, but this is concerning. Like, why does your
Yeah.
teenage daughter look like this? Either drugs or anorexia or both. Like,
Yes. So
I don't know if I love or hate the sound guy.
I love it. So because I did this movie yesterday. Yesterday is when it came out. If you close your eyes, it is 100% a TIE fighter from Star Wars. That is what it is. Like, there's no way it's not a TIE fighter.
It sounds either like a plane or somebody like kamikazing in the plane. Like, it doesn't sound like somebody that's picking someone up to body slam them.
It's so good. I think it's my second favorite scream. The Wilhelm scream is my favorite of all time. Not even a close second. This is good.
There's a good one in Steel that kind of comes from out of nowhere and distracted me. I think I played it like 5 times when I did the
I still need to do Steel. That's on my
Steel's
short
great.
list. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can go back a little bit because we got to hear that again because that is just
Close your eyes, think of Star Wars.
yeah. You guys weren't expecting it, so okay. I guess we'll go back to this. Just listen for the scream.
Okay.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere.
I think I have it too. Yeah.
I don't know if it's from Star Wars. It could be, but it's something where I know I've heard it before.
Oh, it's amazing.
And it felt more appropriate where I heard it the first time.
Yes.
But that is the last time she's useful at all. She like kind of disappears from the movie for a while.
Shit! Oh, shit!
Yeah, she's the bumbling moron. She drops the biological weapon like multiple times.
Yeah, it's Butterfingers all over the place with that thing.
She's terrible in every way. God, she's so bad.
They call it SP-43. It's a mutated strain of smallpox mixed in with several other pathogens.
Okay, yeah. It's smallpox, so maybe you should stop dropping it, you idiot.
Oh, he's right. Charles, it is the Screaming Princess Bride.
I haven't seen that in so long. I don't think I'm hearing it from that. There's a lot of these sound effects in Hollywood that will be in like a ton of movies.
Yeah, it's in a bunch for sure.
So wherever I'm hearing it from is probably something different. I've seen
Yeah,
that movie, but not in a really long time.
He's getting tortured in the pit of despair with like this like water-based life-sucking machine. Do you remember that?
I haven't seen that since I was little. That's why I'm pretty sure that's not
so
where it's
good.
from.
They turn it up. It's like really close to that though.
I remember I couldn't get past Wesley climbing the rope. Just all arms, nothing else.
Oh, that was amazing.
Like, damn, that guy's got some forearms on him and some back strength. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah,
he's basically just doing a pull-up for like a mile
He's the
long
Dread
pull-up.
Pirate Roberts.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what he does.
that's just so distracting to me because I figure if I did that, how much pain I would be in, the burning sensation, getting not even like a quarter of the way up, and I'd be dead tired.
Oh, climbing a rope is so freaking exhausting. Even
But he
when
does
you
it, like his legs are just not even being used at all.
no, they're not.
He's just all arms. I don't know why that bothered me so much, but it did. Oh, this is
This is it. Yeah.
they explain it.
Be careful with that.
She explains how it's from the 1800s, or he says, "Oh, it must be from the 1800s." She's been like freaking out about this the whole time.
Smash.
And everyone's reaction when it breaks is comical. Like everyone's like, "Oh God," and they have to look away.
Dare I say, they're way more concerned about this than what Hans Gruber II does next.
They are more concerned about this than anything else that happens in this movie.
Yeah.
That really bothered them.
A woman by the name of Galina Constantine. One of you knows where. You maybe.
That was a shorter scream. They were like, you know what?
Yeah.
The violin was worse.
And they all like looked at it. They didn't like have to shield their eyes. And so they're looking for this lady. What if that is the guy that knows?
That's true.
That could have been the guy. Like, yeah, no, that was the guy. You just shot him, bro. Like, he knew where it was. He was about to say something, and then you just shot him in the head.
Is he like the... I can't get a good view from him from this angle, but he somehow reminds me of Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, like the Euro version of him. That hair. Something about that hair.
The
dude who
villain
gets
or
shot.
the guy that got shot?
The guy who gets shot.
A woman by the name of Galina Constantine. One of you knows where.
Maybe not so much. I think his
The
hair is
looks
just
terrible.
awful. Yeah, the
Like
hair is
somebody
bad.
botched that haircut.
They like dip down halfway in. I don't know why it's two
That's so
different
weird.
heights.
You maybe.
Maybe it's a European thing.
Good. Yeah.
Not good. They hear something on top and they just start lighting him up.
Yeah,
Luckily-
can't be a bird or a tree branch.
Or even if it's them, he's like, "We need what she has. Don't shoot her off the train, you fucking moron." Like, you really shouldn't be shooting them now. Like, we got to get them. We got to get what she has. But nobody talks about this beforehand. Like, none of these people, none of the military, none of them talked about what they're actually going to do. So they don't know. They just shoot everybody. Like, you should have a plan. Be like, all right, so we're not going to kill her until we get the biohazard weapon, okay?
And they're like, okay, so kill her,
So we're just going
and
to
then get the biohazard weapon. Got it.
So just kill her, and that's it, right? All I
We're
heard
not-
was something about kill her. I'm going to be honest, I zoned out. I heard kill her. Yeah, we got it. Kill her. Got it.
We're not to leave this room, even if you come with us.
Yes.
Yes.
Hell yeah. He just flies in. We don't know how he does it. Doesn't matter how he does it. He's just in there, flies in, just kicks everybody. And, oh, no, this guy's got a rifle. Wow, okay. Yeah. So everyone's got Uzi except for this one guy who's got a rifle.
Brought it from home.
I must have. And then this does the weirdest thing.
Oh, I love it and hate it.
I told you this movie gets crazy. So the guy on the right's fighting Van Damme with two forks.
Oh, I didn't even notice that the first time.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I have never actually fought anybody with forks or, me with forks or the other person with forks. I'd imagine it's harder than just using your fists. Feels very limiting.
Especially the way you're holding it, yeah.
Well, they're very short. So even stabbing, like they got the 4 prongs, 3 to 4 prongs. Usually they have 4, which means it's going to like poke less. Like you want 1 if you're actually trying to stab someone.
Yep.
Like the guys that lay on the bed of nails, the trick is to lay on a bunch,
That's right.
lay on as many as you can at once, and it won't actually poke you. But
Yep.
this guy doesn't know that. He's a hippie. He's got that long hippie hair and the coat. But then on the other side, you got the women fight. Like, who wants to see the women fight? You got a fork. You got a guy fighting Van Damme with 2 forks, and you have 2 women.
we need a full. This is that mode. I don't know if you have a Samsung TV, but I do, and occasionally I go to like swap to the YouTube app, and it's like, hey, are you sure you didn't want to watch Hulu on the left and then open YouTube on the right? And it looks exactly like this, and it's the worst thing Samsung's ever done. I just want to go full screen right.
Yeah, exactly.
Just give me more forks.
I think
I
in
wanna
my
see what
review I
happens there.
said that nobody has ever seen what's on the left.
That's good.
Even if they've gone back to watch it again, nobody has any idea. They see
They have
okay,
no idea
two
what's
chicks,
happening.
Van
Yeah.
Damme fighting guy with forks. That used to be a thing.
Yeah, the screen
inside
split?
Screen. Like that was like a big deal for a little bit with TVs, and I guess I never thought about it until he just said it.
Yeah, it's awful.
So like two people could watch something at the same time. You'd have like a smaller one be like in the corner or something. That
Yep.
used to be like a big deal. Like that was awesome just because it was novel. But yeah, now it sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. If you really want a split screen, you have to do the 90s kid thing when you're playing like GoldenEye against your brother and you tape a piece of cardboard
Wow.
to the middle of your screen so that you physically can't see the other side.
No. What you do is everyone promises not to look at someone else's screen, and then everybody looks at everyone else's screen. That's the real way to do GoldenEye. That's the old school GoldenEye way.
I mean, that is 100% how my brother and I played a lot, where it's like, bro, you're finding me awfully
No,
fast.
I
Are you
just
sure?
lucky guess. I just keep lucky guessing to right where you are every time. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, he beats him with kicks. I know nobody saw that coming, but yeah, he beats him with kicks.
It's a good move.
It is a good move. Yeah, it works.
Those are mine!
Idiot. Good job, lady. You just got everybody infected.
God, and she just like rubs it in. She couldn't have gotten it more on herself unless she was like started drinking this stuff.
It is green and glowing.
Since neither of you remember science class, let me remind you that we can and are going to make an antidote, a vaccine.
Oh, good.
Because that's how it works.
Yeah, you just make one. Duh.
Yeah, you just get one. Yeah. Everything can be cured in just a couple hours.
Yeah.
That's like all they have. A few hours, they'll be dead. Don't worry. Yeah, they can make a vaccine. That's definitely how vaccines work. You take a vaccine after you're dying, and then you get better immediately.
Yep.
Definitely
You
how
just
it works.
you shove a big needle directly into your heart.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could just eat the green stuff, basically.
I mean, worked for Nicolas Cage, all those green balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just atropine is all you needed, which is the actual cure for that. What is it, a nerve agent? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Natasha.
Why does he kill her? I have no idea why he kills her.
We don't, just to show that he's unhinged. Maybe it's a brunette thing.
Could be. I mean, because it wasn't even her fault. It was the other lady's fault.
Yeah.
He was handing it to him, so I mean, it's his fault too. He should have grabbed it faster.
Yeah. Yeah, this is unclear. We don't know.
Like I said, she's better looking than the other girl. I would not have killed her. But yeah, now there's just one brunette, I guess, even though she's sometimes blonde.
Yeah, don't like it.
I'll make it up to you.
The poor music is just amazing. It doesn't need to come on. We can guess what's going to happen. We don't need that. But they play it anyways. That's because that's how they roll. Because the editor, the sound guy, and whoever does the cuts, they were high as shit when they were making this.
Yes.
They were like, we're definitely going to make our salary on this one. They're going to need us. They're going to say, we got to have more of this. 10,000 cuts, crazy ass sounds. Let's do it.
Hey, they delivered.
They delivered it very well.
That's exactly what they got. I love this guy.
He just throws wrenches. All he knows how to do is fight with wrenches that match his shirt. God, where's he get this? And now he's like out of ideas. He's like, shit, I had 2 wrenches.
That's all I have.
I probably should have swung that one. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have thrown it.
I love how when he sees Van Damme, he reacts as if like a bear walked into his campsite.
That's
because he just gets loud and he waves a lot, like he's gonna scare him away. And then he doesn't spook, and he's like, "Now I'm gonna throw wrenches at you."
Like make yourself bigger.
Yeah, he's like, if I just look intimidating and make noise, he'll leave.
I know the Sandman did it, but it's really hard to throw that unless you're like doing like what is that called? The shot put? Where they spin around circles with the heavy ball.
Yeah, shot put, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way. You got to be like spinning. Your body has to get into it. You can't just like throw
a
it
wrench
with 2
like
hands
that.
you did.
Yeah, no, there's the weight distribution. Like,
yeah, the weight is just way off. So it's going to come down slowly. He caught it, but he didn't have to. He could have easily sidestepped it. If he dodged the little one, like dodgeball style, like he can dodge it.
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds bad. I don't know if that's supposed
Yeah,
to
it
be a
doesn't
trash
sound good.
compactor. It sounds like whatever it is chopping things up. So I like it. I'm for it. I didn't even do that slow motion. The movie's like, this strike to his throat will be in slow motion. It was not me that did that.
It's so cool.
And I have no idea why they did that. So for Seagal movies, they speed it up. It's like they would have cut out like 10 frames to make it seem like he did it faster.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, this is from Box. Van Claude. Do men feel erected when does splits? That's
Are you talking about like
incredible English.
Are
I'm guessing
we
it's not
flying at
language.
half mast
or is
when Van Damme
Damme
splits, or is he?
Because one of those is a definite yes.
Yeah, one is
the
a
other
yes.
one is just a likely yes. So
Yeah,
we'll go with 2 yeses either way.
checks out.
I'm a doctor.
Well, I'll bet med school didn't prepare you for this. Or this.
No, it actually did. That's literally what med school prepped her for.
Yep, people coughing, looking sick. That's pretty standard medical stuff.
What is he talking about? Didn't prepare you for this? Sick people. No, sick people shit. No.
Oh,
This is not what I
man.
signed up for. And I love her. Not her. Her. He's like, what the fuck do you mean this? And he points to her. Like, what do you mean? What are you trying to say? What? Yeah, prepared. What? She doesn't look that bad. She looks a little pale. But
Yeah.
she's acting like she's dead.
She's like, I am right here.
It's like, yeah, you know I can hear you, right? But otherwise, I have no idea what he's talking about. Didn't prepare you for this.
You want to strike out on your own? I hope your end is painful.
Fuck you.
You already did.
So much of that I like. It's such a dick move. But yeah, he's a bad guy. Like you didn't see that coming. What did she think was going to happen?
Yeah,
So this was after the whole porn thing.
the very well edited. Because I know we didn't have the clip for it, but it's Van Damme climbing on the bottom of the train, like underneath the train on the outside, and then it cuts back and forth between that.
Yeah, there's
and
a lot of
slow
that.
motion sex between the lady and this Hans Gruber guy.
Yep, he's
It's-
climbing while they're banging.
It's
That's what's
great,
happening.
and I'm really glad you see both. They should have split screened it. You could have just watched them both at the same
Oh.
time, but
Again, everyone just watched Van Damme climbing around.
they would. Yeah, maybe that's why they did it. You force them to actually pay attention.
And here is where we leave her. She is handcuffed
Yes.
to a pole. And then we find her later. Very different situation. That is very unclear how she got to any of it.
They don't know.
There's a lot of questions that come up when she reappears. Because you'll forget she was in this for a while.
Yeah.
Because I had seen this before. And when I was making this video, I again forgot she was in it until she showed back up.
Slam down this
That's like the NOS button. I have no idea what's supposed to happen. But that was like the NOS button.
That's the NOS.
I don't know why he's in the NOS button. But hell yeah. They
would've
gotta
been-
crank this shit up.
It would have been cooler if he also just started shifting a bunch. There's like a big
Oh,
shift
yeah.
knob in the train.
Not granny shifting.
Not granny.
double
Can't granny
shifting.
shift. Double shift. Yeah.
That's how you do it.
That's right.
Got a double clutch. And she's dead. I know she's staring at the camera right there, but apparently that killed her. Just a little hip toss killed her. It's not explained how she died from that, but you just hear like a crack sound and then she's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Van Damme, so I don't doubt he could do that. She looks fragile, so maybe it wasn't even on purpose. He's just Van Damme. But yeah, she's dead. Which is when we get the red face. I have to warn you guys, if there's children around or somebody who's been going through a rough time, don't let them see this. This might destroy them as a person.
Yeah.
Just give you guys a second to get ready for this. It's powerful stuff. Okay, here we go.
She was the love of my life.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm sorry. We'll give you guys a moment to recover from that.
Yeah, I'll need a moment for sure.
I don't know if he was acting. That felt so real. And you can look at the pain in his eyes.
Tortured.
She was the love of his life, and you know because of that kiss earlier.
Yeah, remember when they kissed?
Yeah, so I mean, that was definitely set up.
Uh-huh.
I know. I'm gonna just see if I can just power through. I don't know if I can. But
I mean, I'll understand if you need to take a moment.
well, I don't know if we get some badass fighting or something. That'll cheer me up. If they like change spot. They like this guy's like, I know Van Damme. I'm gonna do some kicks. And Van Damme, you're gonna do some power moves. Van Damme slams him down, picks him up. I love it. They're like, they love it.
It's great.
I love it.
Makes me wonder if the choreographer they like finish the scene and he's like, oh wait, you're Jacques.
Oh, God. He got you guys mixed up. Yeah, that's weird.
Shoot.
The guy shouldn't have been just overpowering you and slamming you with one arm. That's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, that's on me, guys.
I think what he means by that is press F to show condolences. Not
Yeah.
You can see, Chad, how people who aren't familiar with that might misunderstand what you're saying, because that would be very confusing.
Chad, you got an ASL question mark before you just go straight to the F in chat.
Yeah, come on, man. But then the sound guy's like, I'm gonna make some more money. Oh no! First he does the ninja flip. Can't forget the ninja flip.
It's the best attack in the movie.
It seems like just sitting down on him would do the same thing, but no, the ninja flip definitely sells it.
Front flip into like a mid torso teabag.
Just into sitting. He's just sitting on him now. Like it's just a badass way to get to sitting. But now the sound effects guy's like, I'm gonna make some money. It sounded like he was tearing it long ways. Like it just because look at his shoulder. Like nothing should be broken right now. His arms just straight out. But
he's breaking the bone by stretching it.
I guess because that was a really long break. I don't know why it was breaking for so long, but good stuff. You're supposed to just go with the sound. Be like, yep, everything's broken. Now that train. I love the train. It's clearly the model train.
It's so cute.
It looks nothing like an actual train. This is like a model train where they couldn't find like a real one, so some kid had one. So like, fuck it, we'll just film that.
100%, and it comes back at the end of the movie as well, and it's even more adorable.
Yeah. So he ties so there's a helicopter, and he chains the helicopter to the train, which
provided by the helicopter had this carabiner and pulley system like just for him to do it.
It seems like a bad idea. I'm trying to think of a time when you would need that, because it seems like all that would ever do would be dangerous for the helicopter.
100% of the time, you would not want to do this.
Because I mean, all you're doing is limiting that helicopter that he can't go too far away, which can't do anything but fuck up the helicopter.
Yeah.
But so the confusing part for Van Damme is he does this, and then he climbs. Why are you climbing it? You don't want to be up there. You want to be far away from that thing.
Yeah, you've achieved your goal.
Auntie Sarah's got a question for the ladies. Did the other ladies leave the stream? Well, Auntie Sarah, this is going to sound sexist, but, you know, the women, they can get a little emotional. So after seeing what happened to Redface, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, first the Van Damme that they can't have, and then Redface. It's a lot for him, okay? I don't blame them for this. It was a powerful performance. But yeah, now he's trying to climb the helicopter that he chained to the train. I don't know why. Shit, he bails. Smart. Then the helicopter. You won't believe this? The helicopter, so it lifts up. It lifts the entire train, and he picks up the entire train and carries it over the tunnel.
And they're all fine.
And then he puts it down on the other side.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's
really good. I mean, it is a model train, so it's pretty light.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's what he does. Somehow the helicopter lifts the entire train. Okay, it doesn't, but how badass would that have been if it did that?
It would have been really good.
I would have been so on board with that. That's like a Fast and Furious thing. I would have been so for it. If I make a movie, I don't care what the movie's about, I'm finding an excuse for this to happen.
Yeah. I want it to just lift up the one train cart that it's attached to, fly over, and then reattach the train cart by just putting it down back in between the two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on the tracks, and it somehow reattaches. Totally fine.
And if you can see it, that train has one of those things that you see with like the 18-wheelers pulling all the cars.
Because that's how they transport cars on trains.
That's how they do in Europe. If you can see, the car in the back is not making that tunnel. So it was going to crash anyways.
That's a good point.
That is going way over the top of that tunnel. Like that is, I don't know why it's so much bigger than the car in front of it, but it's not going to fit.
Hopefully this is the back.
And you'd think this would cause some issues with the train, because I mean the helicopter is going to be pulling on it because it just apparently not. Apparently it just disintegrates and nothing happens from it.
Well, that's fortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a better one actually.
Oh. Okay.
I think if we like Fast and Furious plus heist.
Okay. Like
So
5.
helicopter lifts the train cart up and over. Second helicopter flies in identical train cart, but not with, all the money and the charger and stuff inside of it.
Okay.
And attaches that one back onto the train so nobody on the train is any wiser that they took a whole train cart.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like there could be more. I feel like you would need 20 helicopters, all with train cars, to confuse the feds who are going to be watching.
Oh.
They're not going to do like a bunch of figure eights weaving in and out of each other. Nobody's going to have any idea who's who.
Oh, I like that. And then Vin Diesel would fight on the top of one of the train cars that's like being hoisted away by a helicopter, and then go inside the train car, get the Dodge Charger, drive it out of that train car into another train car, also currently being lifted by a helicopter.
Well, that first train car that was going to have ninjas on it. It's going to be full of ninjas. So the way he's going to get to that train is he's going to ride a missile from the helicopter train onto the ninja train, and then he's going to jump off the last second. While it's exploding, he's going to jump into the Charger and take off. So the explosion's just going to be following right behind him as he lands on the other train.
Man, they better be listening to this. We just wrote a movie.
I just got an alert. They're actually going to postpone 11. They said they just got some new information. They got to do some reshoots. It's a big reshoots.
That's a pretty big one, yeah.
Yeah, but it's worth it. Yeah, so this is the guy's like other reason for being in this movie.
You are out of here. You're sicking. Are you out? You move it.
We're just throwing them out. Where are they going? What do you mean? But you're
on the other side.
Everyone get the fuck out of this train because you're sick. Like, okay. Be sick on the other side of the train car?
Cough in my face for 3 hours. Shame on me.
Yeah,
Cough in my face for 4 hours.
Why don't you just walk to the other side? That might be easier. And why are you picking them up and throwing them and yelling, taking big, deep breaths?
Yeah, it's not helping.
That guy punches him? Okay. Sure. I'm good with all of this. I like all of them. I like this guy's go get him attitude where he just starts throwing people. I like the guy just like, well, I'm going to punch you. I like all of it. I like all of these people.
Yeah.
Or this guy. He starts unloading. Oh, God. I love all of this. I told you, this movie gets crazy, and it's amazing. The way this guy slaps this trigger, people that have never shot a gun before, this is how you're supposed to pull the trigger. That first guy just goes off for a long time with that submachine gun. Just he's so happy. He's got that big smile. But just watch the way this guy pulls this trigger. That's how you're supposed to pull a trigger. You can't really see it as well. It starts from as far away as possible, like not even in the trigger guard, just outside the gun and just slaps it in. That's how you get an accurate shot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You want to move as much as possible while you're pulling the trigger. Right, this guy's got like this tiny little revolver.
He's got his eyes back there. He's kind of, he's looking.
Why? The guy's below him just lighting him up. 600 rounds a minute, and this guy's just throwing 2 more rounds. Just terribly. It blows the car up. We don't know why the car blows up. It blows up, but because this movie's amazing. And the reason is so that I don't know why he's got a dirt bike. He's got a fucking dirt bike, taking the guy out.
It's the best part.
It's so good. And for people that thought it was going to be a stunt double, it's clearly him. He's clearly riding that dirt bike on top of the train.
You can't fake that.
So this is an answer to, because Hard Target, I'm sure you all have seen Hard Target.
Yes.
He gets on the motorcycle. He stands up like he's surfing on the surfboard while he's on the motorcycle, which is amazing. But then John Woo being John Woo, have you seen Mission Impossible 2?
Of course.
He has Tom Cruise doing the thing where he's standing up, but he's standing up on the ground while he's on the motorcycle, just like off to the side.
Yeah.
So Van Damme had to get that title back. He's like, excuse me, I do the motorcycle badass stuff. So now he's kicking people and doing a shootout while he's on top of a motorcycle that's on top of a moving train.
Not just one moving train.
Oh, yeah, multiple moving trains.
Multiple moving trains.
Doing shootouts. Just, oh, it's so good. Jump through the see, still him. Shoots the guy, jumps off. Sorry, Tom Cruise. Yeah, I know you jumped off of like a cliff or something. It's not as good as this.
No. You saw what he did.
Too hard to target.
That should be what it is named, yeah.
Hell yeah, that's hard target. Fast and Furious mixed. I love it. So yeah, Van Damme, all Van Damme, no stunt double. He does all this. This wasn't even a green screen or anything. This was all Van Damme actually doing on top of trains, and he actually shot that guy in the leg.
Yeah.
He likes realism.
Got it.
Nothing has an incubation period this short. I think it might be smallpox.
I love how she comes. So she's right. Everything she said, right. Yeah. I don't know why she thinks it's smallpox after saying like it doesn't have this short of an incubation period. I think smallpox is like 10 days or something incubation. But yeah, she says a bunch of right things and then comes up with an insane conclusion.
Hey, the whole movie, all of her medical advice, very sound.
I mean, she's like Dr. House the way she comes
She's
up
a doctor,
this.
yeah.
Which is weird. They should have done it after this because they do something else.
I saw him fly off the top of the train on a motorcycle. No way he could have survived.
I guess it comes after this. But yeah, no way you could survive.
I love that. They watched him drive off.
Yeah, like he didn't disappear when he landed. You probably saw him drive off. He probably turned around too because he's following the train right now.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, he's dead.
So yeah, I mean, the thing about smallpox is it shouldn't exist, really, outside of labs. And she shouldn't know about the lab leak thing where it came out and fell. Because there's really no smallpox since the 70s, possibly 80s.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. I see where you're going.
That's why it's insane that she knows it's smallpox. Because, yeah, it doesn't have the incubation period. It shouldn't exist. That's what it is. Dr. House.
Well, at this rate, it'll be down to me Nicker soon.
Okay, so, he's, I think, Scottish. That means underwear, guys. That means underwear.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
That means underwear. I just want you guys to know that he's saying underwear.
I do like the Australian way of saying it, which I think is actually a swimsuit, but they call it a budgie smuggler. And that's I think that's like a Speedo for a guy, but they call it budgie smugglers.
Well, they have like banana hammock here.
Yeah, but budgie smuggler is so much more fun to say.
Is it? Okay, could be.
You're smuggling a budgie, like a budgie bird, in your pants? That's the funniest thing ever.
All right. Okay, you love Australia. All right.
I must, yeah.
I'm all about America here.
Oh, yeah. sorry.
Oh, yeah, this is when she should have had that realization, like...
The young ones have to suffer.
Oh, damn. This is when she should have her house moment. Like, oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes way more sense.
Now this actually makes sense. It doesn't go against everything she just said. She just said a bunch of things that contradicted where she ended up. But this would make sense. So they're not sick because the vaccine. I think they're pretty much routine until the early 70s. So this was 2003. So, like, people back then probably had the vaccine. If you're like an older person, I have no idea how old these people are, but if you're in your 40s or older, you definitely have it. Otherwise, I think people would still get them, just not routine. Like, I want to say if you're like in the military or something, you'd get one older. But routine, it was around 1970 something.
Yep.
Most countries stopped inoculating against smallpox in 1979. We've had our shots.
I don't think it was 70. Maybe it was 1980. Yeah, that sounds about right.
We can't get it.
No, we can.
See, this movie educates.
No loose ends. You know who's not vaccinated? That dead person in between them right now.
Which is weird. Well, look at that old lady. She's just chilling.
She just seems tired. She's like, I gotta get home.
Yeah, but she's like 80. She's always tired.
That's true, but she's fine.
Yeah. I don't think it would last this long. I think it goes like 5 years and then it starts losing it. But, I mean, she's right. They would have probably more than 0 immunity, but not completely immune. Then he has a Sherlock Holmes moment out of nowhere. I don't know why he has a Sherlock Holmes moment, but it just fucking hits him. Oh, yeah. He had a gift in there. There's a cake in that room. Oh my God, you're his family.
This is his McLean.
Well, that is such an insane Sherlock Holmes level reach right
It
there.
makes no sense.
Well, there was a cake in the room that the lady was in, and he was with her. He had a present in his vest because when she was the Jean Grey lady was looking for the biohazard thing, they first reached. She brought it's kind of the same shape, but it was a gift. He's like, that ain't it. And then she got the actual thing out.
Yeah.
Then he just saw there were more gifts in a bag and put this all together. That is insane.
Ugh.
I mean, multiple people could have gifts on a train. I mean, it's a
No,
train.
I don't think that's how train works.
But no, he puts it together that this is his family because that's what secret agents do. They bring their families on the train. So
Yeah, it's a business trip, man. I mean, a free vacation.
Passports. Yours and the brat.
he's like, oh, I've been busted. Obviously, those gifts. I knew they were going to give me away. Shouldn't have brought that stupid cake. Wait, and if anyone saw that, is that a pie or a cake? Oh, I meant to ask that.
It looks like a cookie cake.
Like, because of the crust on the outside.
It's really crumbly.
Looks like a pie. But in the middle, looks like a cake.
I'm going to go with, well, no, not cookie cake either. It doesn't make sense. That's hard. I'm going to say pie because it's got the fluting on the sides.
I mean, the crumbs on the outside definitely.
It seems more pie to me.
Chat is just, they have no idea. They don't even want to guess. Come on, chat. We need your input on this.
Man, Costco cake is delicious. Tuxedo cake from Costco, please. So good.
We have a guinea pig saying it's a pie, so I'm not going to go against the guinea pig. So it's officially a pie, guys. Guinea pig said so.
Yours and the brat.
Yeah. Oh, swings in. That was all Van Damme. I know it was like 74 cuts. Oh, she's back, ladies and gentlemen. Now she has an Uzi, and she has the virus, and she's free, and got a coat from somewhere.
She's been through it, okay?
I don't know how she got the handcuffs off. I don't know where she got the weapon. I don't know where she got the coat. I don't know how she got the virus back.
You know what, though? It'd be bad storytelling to fill in those gaps. I think it's just good storytelling.
The director said,
left unknown.
He said there's very, very reasonable explanations, but he didn't want to spoon feed the audience. He said this isn't a Seagal movie. This is a Van Damme movie where people are smarter.
Yeah. He's left some breadcrumbs, some things you put together. Be like, they can figure out how she got out, and if they're paying attention, they know who she got the coat from,
and the virus, because the
villain's
villain's trying to get the virus. He had the virus.
Not anymore.
Last we saw, he had the virus. Now they cut something out, and I really want to know why they cut it out because it's pretty integral to the plot. But you know what? Use your imagination, guys, and two girls. Use your imagination.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Don't come any closer. I'll shoot you, Jacques.
Why? What the fuck is your problem, lady?
Are you on the same side?
Went from a 180. She was trying to bang him earlier. He hasn't done anything to her. Now she wants to kill him. Okay, that's weird.
Don't fucking move or I'll kill you!
Oh, he just pities her now. Like, you were supposed to be one of the stars of the movie. Look at you now. This is pathetic. Like, you look sad and desperate and pathetic.
It's the fever. Maybe it's the fever talking.
I guess. That's also how she has the gun, the fever.
Yep, the fever.
He just takes it. He's like, I'm Van Damme. We all know you're not going to do that. She just gives it. Thank you. Okay.
It's okay. You can go sit down again. You can go. You're good.
Go away, lady. We don't know how any of this came to be, but he's got it now.
Job done.
I really would love to know the decision behind this, because they had to have explained it. Why the villain's looking for it again when he already had it. Why she magically has it and a gun.
I mean, when they were filming this scene, there has to be something that they just didn't put in the movie.
Maybe they forgot to film it, or like, we had it in the script. Somebody skipped a page and nobody noticed, and we just never did.
The pages were just stuck together.
They were stuck together. That cake. We were having some cake.
Yeah.
Possibly pie. And, yeah, got stuck together.
Drop the clip.
You all heard it.
Yeah, I heard it.
You all heard it. I'm not going to say anything because he does not claim to be a weapons expert for the last 75 years and train police officers in how to use guns. So I will let him get away with that. But Van Damme's confused right now. He's like, he said clip. Does he think I have a clip on me? I mean, the guy looks pretty stupid, so he probably needs magazine. But if I take the magazine now, he's like, what are you doing that for? I said the clip.
I want to say my first 10 ever YouTube videos, maybe probably more. It's probably took me a while. I said clip.
Oh my God.
I said it every time. And then finally in the comments, somebody smart enough was like, yeah, that's not a thing anymore. They don't use clips. It's just magazines. It's like, okay, fine.
That's not quite how it works. They do use clips. Basically, clips is things that clip bullets together. That's why it's called a clip, because it just holds bullets together. It's basically a clip for bullets.
I thought clip was just for like a old gun. Like an M1 Garand had a clip, right?
There are old guns that you put the clip directly into the firearm.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was referring to. Yeah.
If it's most modern guns, you're not going to use a clip unless they're actually loading. So it's usually, they're going to be something that they load directly in. Magazine's like a separate piece that you put it into and then put it into the firearm typically.
Yeah.
There's some weird exceptions to that, but if you get one of those weird ones and someone calls you out, then fuck them. They're just being dicks. But yeah, he's like, this is clearly a magazine. You're not going to load an Uzi with a clip. Come on, bro. Oh, there was Fury Road was really bizarre. Because they used the clip in that to load, and then she said...
Magazine?
No, then she said clip when she meant magazine. After using an actual clip to load the gun. It was really bizarre. It was the same gun, too.
You're like, so close.
It was like, yes, they have to know, because... Yeah, so he's like, I guess I'll try this. There should still be one in there, though. Should still be able to pull trigger once. But let's see.
I've got a proposition for you. I need someone to go find Galena and those vials. Fail, and I'll shoot your whole family.
So the thing that I noticed about this, there's never like, what happens if you succeed?
That's a good point.
Because then Van Damme tries to call him out on it, but he never said anything other than if you fail, kill your family. If you succeed... I don't know. We never talked about that.
Maybe that would actually be a really good movie. If he succeeds and then he still kills his family and he's like, bro, why? We never defined part 2.
Yeah. I feel he could get away with that. You could do a whole movie because nobody's going to think about that. Like,
right.
He doesn't think about it until he calls him out, but then.
You're like, you got me.
Got it.
I don't believe you.
He's already got it.
Say your prayers.
What about our deal?
See, there was no deal. There was no deal. Like,
yeah,
he's
there was
not
just
even
one side.
I mean, you just said if you fail, I'll kill your family. You're like, okay, yeah. And say I want to kill your family. But if you guys noticed something he does, did you see what he did, ladies and gentlemen? He's Van Damme. Did you see it?
No.
Watch his finger.
Our deal.
Oh.
That was the signal. Around. That's why it's not a plot hole. He was doing this earlier when he was having his son do the spin kicks.
Man, I'm really glad they put the effort in, you know?
So weird. So weird.
Thank God.
They will take out very vital parts of the plot to explain why the villain who had the virus doesn't anymore and he needs to get it again. But this, they won't. They're like, well, you got to have that in there. It's like, my kid.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to question the motion unless we do it.
I mean, he could have just done a spin kick and nobody would have questioned it, but it does add something with this and having him do that earlier when he's like, all right, when I leave, you got to do this. I meant to put it in there, but he makes him do it twice. Because the first time he's like, too slow, do it again.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I can't.
Yeah, and this train just had double Van Damme kicks at the same time. So that's how you get black holes, ladies and gentlemen.
That's true.
And has nothing to do with this guy. Okay, all right, come on, chat. I see you guys getting all racist on me.
Why do you have to go there?
Chat, you guys are terrible.
Yeah.
But
Come in!
I love this guy. This guy. That is another train conductor for another train, and he really He put in his all.
He
said,
sold it.
This is my chance. I know I'm probably not going to get an Oscar for this movie, but damn it, I'm going to do everything I can.
Yeah.
Best supporting actor, I'm going to get it for this. We got to watch that again. He just puts so much trembling, and he hits the brake eventually. Why are two trains on the collision course? This is such a weird place for them to cross.
They don't even explain it. There's not like we freed up another train or we're on a track we're not supposed to be on. Like,
well, they like T-bone, but they're like in the middle of the forest. Like this is such a weird place for a T-bone. And why would they? Because it seems like nothing they do would cause this. Because they should know where the other train is. So even if this does exist, why do they not know?
They never. Well, Van Damme speeds this train up.
With the NOS?
Yeah, but the logistics center that's monitoring all the trains, you think they would have plenty of time to be like, oh, hey, it kind of pushed this one too far ahead of schedule now, and
yeah, they know where it is because they
know
talk
where
about
every
afterwards.
train is. Yeah.
He's restored the communications.
I did look it up because the main thing I was confused about was, are there really just full-on train intersections out in the middle of nowhere? Because I always thought train tracks ran parallel, and then they would have the switchers or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I guess in Europe, there's actually train tracks that can cross at the 90 degrees like this.
Oh, shit. Well, there you go. See, Van Damme does his homework, ladies and gentlemen. This is not Steven Seagal. If there's Steven Seagal, one of them would be like a flying train or something. It would be really stupid.
Yeah.
Van Damme did his homework, and I guarantee you, if you looked it up, this actual intersection exists exactly there.
100%.
And he made sure everything fit.
Those are the details that we care about.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're going to see this guy's incredible acting again. I think he's on something. I don't know if he's supposed to be drunk or high, but he's definitely does not look.
I like to assume that he's also doing an audition for a new Alien movie, and he's there's a chest burster.
Oh, he would be perfect.
Pop out of your chest, so react as if.
Or maybe he filmed them both at the same time.
I think that's what happened.
They're like, we don't got a lot of time. Film them both. Just fuck it. You can do it. You got this. Yeah.
Come in!
That's his. He says nothing. He's just panicking the entire time. I don't know what that's gonna do. That's not even my best reaction to this. That's my favorite reaction to this. That guy.
Pointing the gun.
We'll see it again. This guy. He's like, what's that noise? I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
I'm gonna shoot that train.
What does he do? He hears a train coming on. He's like, I gotta fucking get you. He's gonna shoot the train.
Well, if he kills the driver, maybe it'll stop.
Maybe if he shoots the train, like in Cobra, where you're shooting that van that was about to smash him into the wall.
Oh yeah,
It's the same idea. He just forgot he didn't pull the trigger in time, or the train was gonna stop.
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
Oh no, he forgot to pull a trigger, and the train. This would derail the entire train, right?
Yeah, I don't know how they keep going.
It's like they don't even notice. Like the rest of the train just keeps going.
Yeah, they're fine.
I don't know if there's breakaway systems for them, so if something falls over, they don't all fall over, but this would definitely take everything out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why it explodes like that. And why there's a train, just like one? I guess I do know why, because they weren't going to blow up an entire train. But they just have like one car there.
Oh, yeah, they have another engine there just hanging out.
Yeah. But that's what we get. That's not the nuclear explosion. That's at the end. It's just fine. It's fine. Completely fine. Okay. Sure.
Ethan!
His son.
Oh, his son was in that one cart that got hit.
Yeah, this isn't as sad as Redface losing the love of his life.
Clearly not.
But, it's up there. It's the second saddest moment. Look at the acting on Van Damme. Look at that. Look at the pain in his eyes.
What year was this movie? It was 2002, right?
03 or 02.
So,
I think it's 02.
Okay. I can't do a lowbrow cocaine joke anymore.
Whoa. How dare you, sir?
I was gonna say that maybe his stash was back there. but
Oh, how could you, sir? How could you?
I'm sorry.
But yeah, his son's gone. But no, he's fine. His son's fine. We're not sure where he is, but there's like 1 or 2 train cars, and they search all over the 2 train cars and can't find him. But he's there.
Yeah, he was in there the whole time.
We have a squadron of Apache gunships in place. Those bombs carry enough heat to destroy the virus.
Okay. Yeah, fire will kill a virus. I don't know any viruses that can survive fire. I don't know if anyone knows any viruses, but yeah, if it's on fire, it will destroy the virus. Thanks, bro. Thanks. I'm glad we have those special hot missiles. Fucking idiot.
So he's making the big money.
I love it in these movies when they have people that can barely speak English talking to each other in English. It's like, you guys are in Europe. You could do subtitles here. It would make sense.
Yeah, subtitle.
You don't have to speak broken English to each other.
It's the same person, the passport person that took her passport, and then he in English went, "Go on." And it's like, bro,
if she had an American passport, it would at least make sense. But none of these people are American. It's like in the Attrition, Seagal's movie, where they're just two people in China are like barely speaking English to each other,
and nobody's who like is a native English speakers even in the scene.
And sometimes it's Cantonese to Mandarin, and
oh yeah, it's all
nobody has any idea, but they're speaking broken English back and forth to each other with no Americans or English-speaking people around. It's incredible.
How long have you worked with him?
Your husband's a loyal man.
That's how terrible the wife is. She's still like, I still know he's up to something. This
She's
is how
still trying
women
to find
are.
dirt.
Come on, women. Come on.
Let it go.
She's still like, I know he was probably protecting you because this whole virus and, government secret stuff, but I just still know something was happening. I just know it.
She's digging.
God. Why? It's Van Damme, okay? 1, you should trust Van Damme, and 2, it's Van Damme. It's not like you're going to get better, so who cares?
Once we get disconnected.
That's a red face moment. Redeye, that's a red face moment. He's
That's
just doing
a good
something
moment.
and just bam, 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 out of nowhere.
I just want a whole movie of just those.
Well, Maximum Risk is close to that. You get that a lot.
I will be watching it soon.
If you're trying to sneak up and shoot multiple people, you don't have to scream beforehand. You can just do the shooting.
I don't think that's true.
I've never tried it. You could be right. Maybe you have to yell.
You
like
have
a crazy
to,
person. Give people plenty of time. So he yells, then shoots the. I don't know, why does he shoot the actual conductor?
Yeah, it doesn't.
He just wants to get Van Damme. Like, you don't have to shoot that other guy first. He's old and wounded. But Van Damme does the badass move. He kicks him or he punches him, so his 1 foot goes in that little devil, gets stuck, ties the tie to that train.
I love it.
And you'd think he would die by like getting choked to death or something. No. Apparently his femur broke off. Like, that's the last thing that should happen. His head might have come off long before his femur would snap off.
I want to know who makes that tie. Yeah. It held on longer than a leg.
Well, everything held on longer than the leg. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The head would come off long before the femur would snap like that. That's
very impressive.
You can't just pull a femur apart like that. Like, everything would be dislocated and come off long before the femur would just snap, because that's like middle of the thigh. Like, that's amazing. That's Van Damme could do it. If someone could do it, it's Van Damme, obviously.
Just, spin kick it.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a challenge. Oh yeah, and guys, I don't know if we have any conductors of trains, but it's a terrible idea to have emergency brake. That takes 3 grown men really struggling to use. Usually, when you need to stop a train in an emergency, you might not have an entire group of adult men to help you.
Is it a wheel? Why is it a wheel?
To
cause
they probably want it to not be like something electronic.
But can it just be?
Fail.
It's like a handle, right?
It's a big round wheel. Yeah, it's like a steering wheel. Yeah, it's got things.
That's weird.
So you can put a lot of force onto it, I guess. I mean, I understand not wanting it to be all that mechanical. Like, because if the power goes out or some reason it could go down, this can't really go down. And maybe, however, the brake engages has to do with something twisting. Something I can think of. So I'm not a train expert, but that makes sense to me. So we'll go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that. I love it.
I don't know. It's unclear if they were trying to blow up the bridge or just the train.
I just think they wanted to blow something up because they said in their meeting, they're like, okay, we can kill it with our fire missiles.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So if the train gets too close to the town or the station, like we'll have to destroy it. But if they manage to stop it before then we could just like address it at that point. And they kind of do manage to stop it, but I think they didn't want that to actually happen, and they were just really wanting to blow a train up. Because it's pretty much stopped on the bridge, and then they're like, you know what? I want to still shoot it.
Well, it stops when they shoot it. It's moving full speed. And the first missile hits it, and it just stops. It's kind of interesting, but that's how it works.
Yeah.
But the thing about the missiles is it's supposed to kill the virus. That's supposed to be their top priorities. We can't let this virus get out, or millions will die. Which is why taking out the bridge doesn't make much sense, because now it can fall out and the virus will get airborne because it's not getting destroyed.
Yeah, virus can just run right out the back of the train.
Well, won't be the virus. Well, the virus can be airborne, I guess, is what they're saying, because that's how it got transmitted. You'd think it would dissipate and not be.
You hop on a dirt bike.
Well, what happened when it first happened? I didn't show the entire thing, but it goes like into the air system.
Yeah,
on the train.
It's like a ventilation thing.
So if they're trying to kill it, because that seems like whatever this is some sort of super smallpox. Like you either need to vaporize the train, or not blow it up, because this is just releasing the virus. That's all this is doing. And now they got to rebuild this bridge. Like, that's going to be a pain in the ass for people that depend on transports from that bridge.
It's the same fallacy they did.
It's not a fallacy. It's a Van Damme movie, so it makes sense. We're just not smart enough.
Yeah, we're just not getting it. You've seen The Thing, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. In that, they tell us numerous times that the monster, if it like gets cut in half, like it just becomes two sentient things and like can spread all over the place. But numerous times they're like, let's kill it by blowing it up, because it looks cooler that way.
It does.
But then you just create hundreds of pieces.
Well, that's not cutting it in two. That's in hundreds. So
there you go.
It still follows their rules. So if they cut it in threes at some point, they would still be dead.
That checks out. Okay, you know what? It's perfect. I go back.
Oh man, so we got some. Okay. Chad Reese. Maybe the sudden stop from the middle killed the virus.
Oh.
Not if the virus was wearing a seatbelt. Is anyone from Europe? Do they have seatbelts on trains in Europe? I don't believe they do in America. But that all checks out. That all checks out to me. I don't know about you, Redeye, but that all checks out to me.
I like it.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if the trains in Japan had seatbelts. I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either. Buses tend to not have seatbelts. Maybe the Greyhounds do. I'm not sure about Greyhounds. Like school buses don't have seatbelts, which is
wild. It's
wild, but also understandable. Not all the kids are going to wear it. No, they'll never leave if you're waiting for every kid on there. There's always a couple jackasses that are just going to be pains in the ass.
School buses are insane.
Yeah. I mean, it is wild. That's like the only vehicle that's out there that doesn't have seatbelts.
Yeah.
It stops perfectly because it's Van Damme. Okay, obviously they stop. I mean, it's going to start going again for some weird reason. It's not really explained, but. Oh yeah, he was there the whole time. Yeah, and he's got the virus. Okay.
Hey, it worked for the lady in the coat with the Uzi.
Nobody's really keeping track of this virus that everybody seems to want.
That is a great point.
Like, I don't know, if somebody just kept track of this virus, none of this would have happened in the first place.
They're very just like, oh, right. That's why we're doing this. Yeah.
What? But he doesn't need it. He knows nothing about this other than this is what's killing everybody. That's all he knows.
Yeah.
But was he hiding? Where was he?
It's very unclear.
Because there's this one and I think the one behind you are the only two train carts.
I think that's all that's left, yeah.
This falls slowly. Like, I sped this up. It takes like 30 seconds, and then it goes nuclear. This is the explosion from it falling. So I guess just taking out the bridge is all they had to do, because it was going to...
That did vaporize it.
It was just going to have a, just a...
If anything, the fact that Ethan came out of that train with the bioweapon was worse. He should have just stayed. His parents already grieved. They already thought he was long. They were over it. He should have just stayed in, gone out with the train. Virus, boom, it's dead.
I mean, we don't even know if the sister is actually sick or if that was just what she was dealing with before. So
it's true. It's accurate.
She was already not doing great.
No, she looked pretty bad.
Delusional, you know?
Delusion this. Arrest this man.
With pleasure, Jack.
I love that so much. The insanity. He just punches his boss and tells a general of another country, arrest this man. And he's like, oh, hell yeah, Van Damme, I'm going to arrest him. Doesn't say, wait, he's helping us with, what are you doing? Why am I arresting him? Nope, he just like, fuck yeah, I am.
He's like, I don't want to get punched. Yeah, arrest this guy.
Hell yeah.
I also do love how he exposes this guy to the virus by taking his helmet off or his mask off.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guards are like, yeah, take him away. And then they take him out of the tent. It's like, you wanted to keep it in here, I thought.
They don't say, but I would imagine he probably has a more recent vaccination.
Oh, there you go.
Because somehow they don't even really explain the roles in this. We know he's something about him and the other guys. It's unclear if he was working with them or he just knew all about this and didn't tell anyone.
Yeah,
It's
he
very
just wants
vague.
to profit off of it somehow.
Because Van Damme says something like, oh, you knew about this. He's like, yeah, we always do. Just you never find out or something. Like, they don't explain exactly what's going on and why this guy should be arrested.
I particularly love, I think it's right before this, when the wife goes up to the actual, like, WHO, World Health Organization doctor. And then she's like, hey, I'm a doctor. All these people have fevers. So monitor that and then give them water. Like, great doctor advice. Good job, pal.
Well, you don't know about the education in other countries, what qualifies as a doctor.
Water and a thermometer?
Yeah.
Too much sometimes.
Sometimes a warm glass of milk. Sometimes
they're like, whoa, slow down. I got a doctorate. Okay.
Sometimes you can alternate ibuprofen and Tylenol.
That's wild.
Once every 4 hours keeps the fever down. That way you don't get too much of one or the other.
Wow. Liver takes a little breather every so often.
Yeah. They know exactly what this is, lady. It's funny that she tries to explain what to do. I mean, I don't know if they have the antidote. That part's unclear.
Or if they just, they already had it because they knew what it was. And then if they already had it, I don't know why the bad guys need to make a new one.
I mean, I don't know. They have antivirals now that I don't think they really had much of back when smallpox was killing people. So I have no idea how effective they are. But okay, well, yeah. Apparently, it's more about the water, though. It's more about the water.
Oh, I just want to call out Ryan Parsons.
Oh, okay.
I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Did he say what the cure was, or is it just that?
No, you can say whatever you want. I mean,
well, usually you say that after you say something.
Well, he's responding to, I'm a doctor.
Oh, is that what he said? Or the lady?
That's what Angel said, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. The at thing.
Yeah.
Let me get this again. Like, lady.
We're thieves.
That's what we do. We're thieves. Yeah. She's bragging about being a thief. She's stealing more.
There I go stealing again.
I don't know. Is that supposed to be a famous thing, whatever she has?
I don't know.
Are we supposed to know what that is?
It's not the Hope Diamond.
Obviously, jewelry. I don't think it's the Hope Diamond. Otherwise, I don't know why this is here, because she just almost killed the entire planet. Almost killed millions. And it sounds like she was working with the guy, the villain.
It does.
Like, she was working with him, and then she, like, bailed on him or something. They put a lot of threads out there because they were expecting this to be, like, a huge franchise. Have a bunch of spin-offs.
Clearly.
It still might happen. I'm hoping after this today that everyone's going to be like, okay, we need sequels. We need the Derailed universe to continue. We can answer some of these questions, find out where she went to. Why wasn't she immune? Did she not have the vaccine? Like, she was all their age.
Yeah, it seemed to really target not the primary cast members.
But she was a primary cast member. Remember?
Then she went off screen too long.
Yeah, she was immune, but then when she stopped being primary,
Yeah, she went off screen and she came back with all the stuff all over her face. It was like, you weren't in the storyline long enough.
This movie, this feels like one of those movies that became multiple different things.
Yeah.
You know, like when they have a movie and they like change it to something else. Like it feels like this had like multiple scripts that they tried to like Frankenstein together. You know, the way like, okay, so
like
she's
Under
like
Siege 2?
Like Under Siege 2? Where she's like a super spy, secret agent kicking ass. And now, no, we're just not going to see her for 2/3 of the movie.
Yeah. It does kind of feel like somebody else made the middle of the movie.
Yeah, it's like they just... I would love to find out. Like, I don't know. They don't get too much into some of these movies that are just direct to video. I think this one went to like a couple theaters in Europe. But it was...
I even find that a hard sell.
Well, because I looked some of that stuff up and it has a box office. Usually...
Oh, okay.
People like laughing at those movies. Like Seagal movie will be like, box office, $1,600. But usually it's because it goes to like one theater or two theaters.
Right.
It's not like it went to a wide release in America and like 5 guys went and saw it, which would be funny. But usually that's what it is. So people will like talk shit about it, but it's really just because it...
Yeah.
I don't know if they get something for saying it was in a theater. Like technically it was in theaters, so they are eligible
I think
money
they
or
do.
something. So that's the only reason I can imagine they would do that.
Yeah.
I don't have too many questions this week. Let's see if I can bring it up. I didn't ask a question because this was shorter notice because obviously we're doing this one on Monday, not Wednesday.
Yeah.
If I can bring this up. Okay. So luckily I had enough time. So the next one should be at this regular time.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, there's only 3 questions. Thomas Bohm. Space Ice, can you do a comparison between William Shatner and Steven Seagal? I can. That's interesting. I'll take a look at it. So I did a versus recently. I used to do versus all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to be stale, my versus videos. So I'd like to have like a nice new angle on them when I do one. As much as fun as it would be just to do Van Damme destroying Steven Seagal and embarrassing him every time, I think it would kind of lose a lot of the charm.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I did like Seagal versus like Rob Schneider, Neil Breen. I love the Reese Witherspoon, which is a great one. But like I can't just keep getting weaker and weaker. Like I got to find new angles.
Right.
So this time I did like a 3-way, and Seagal was getting like these stupid things. Like he was getting like an ankle monitor instead of a point. He's getting like restraining orders. So if I could think of a fun way to do more, yeah, I like to have like very new takes and new angles to take on it so it doesn't get boring. But yeah, I'm gonna look at doing more verses. Like I said, I want to come up with something good for it. And yeah, so I didn't ask a question. I just put that we're doing it on Monday, and 3 people asked questions that I can ask or I can read. This is a good one from Big Sheed. Oh, interested on your take on this. 100 Steven Seagals versus a silverback gorilla. Who wins?
This has been going around lately, and I mean, not Seagal, obviously, but the 100 grown men versus a gorilla.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the premise is like, are they all jumping them at once? Is it just lining up one at 1v1? Because if that's the case, then it's just like an endurance contest, and if a gorilla can kill 100
gorilla's going to
people,
win if it's one at a time. Because
if it's one at a time,
gonna have
they don't
zero
stand
chance.
a chance.
The strength difference is just insane.
So 100 Seagals. Here's what I think I would like to see happen. You know how when like a hornet or a Japanese hornet invades a beehive?
Yeah.
And one-on-one, it's like eating their heads and tearing them apart. But then they just dogpile and they just kind of vibrate in their body heat. Just
wrap
it to
They
death.
all go in like the big like wrap around it. And they
Yeah.
vibrate, like you're saying, and they create body heat and they cook it to death.
I think that's the best way, because then they kill it and they get a meal because they've cooked a gorilla at that point. And I think 100 Seagals could easily eat a gorilla.
Oh, he could eat it, yeah.
I don't even think you need 100 Seagals. You need like
yeah, you'd have a lot of hungry Seagals afterwards.
There would be a lot of them, but it's a 2-parter. No, it's like it's a
problem is the vibrating. I don't think he could vibrate.
You just think like
energy.
Natural body heat could do it?
I'm kind of curious on what a gorilla's natural body heat is.
It's
Some-
probably got to be warmer than a human, but not by much.
Well, they have all that fur too, so I don't know if that's. I'm going with the gorillas because I don't see Seagal. I would imagine he's not smart enough to, like, he's not as smart as a bee. Like, there is no chance. Even 100 of them aren't going to come up with anything good.
And they're all going to want this. They're all going to want the limelight. So I don't think they would even work together, honestly.
They'd all be waiting for the body double to show up and do the actual work. And when it gets close, he'd try slapping, but
or a like a dick kick.
he might try. I don't think he could. I mean, you haven't seen him kick lately. I mean,
He
at
can't
his
get
age
up
and his
very high.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that I could imagine is if the gorilla got extremely fatigued.
Yeah, that would be that's the only way.
Because he's not light either. Seagal's not light, and even if he did get fatigued, I don't know how he's gonna actually do any damage. Because he's gonna expect him to do like somersaults. He's gonna like, okay, so the gorilla's just gonna walk up to me and wait for me to grab his arm, and he's gonna do a somersault, right? That's what he's gonna expect.
Yep. Checks out.
So I'm going with the gorilla.
Okay.
Thank you for that question, Big Sheed.
Yeah, I like that one.
David J. Saul. Oh, this is a terrible question. Are we ever going to move past the Rob Schneider stuff? Fuck no. Or will you still be doing this in 5 years? Yes. You don't move past Rob Schneider, as you can see.
Look at him.
He's so happy. Like, how can you look at him and not be happy?
Can't move around that.
Yeah.
You can move with it, hand in hand.
So Auntie Sarah's had some experience fighting silverback gorillas. I don't want to throw you on the bus or put you on the spot and tell him about your silverback gorilla fighting, but yeah. I think you're supposed to go for the nuts, though. Not so much the dick, but go for the nuts. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this special Monday edition. Redeye's got a bail hearing on Wednesday, so we had to move it for today.
Yep. Tough these days.
Yeah, we're hoping he gets a reasonable bond, but if not, you might not see him for a while. He might be going away with the homeless guy. It's unclear at this point. But,
Wind up on the island of misfit toys or wherever he's shown up.
Yeah, with Herbie. They'll all be there.
Oh, poor guy.
He just wants to be a dentist. That's all he wants to do.
Yeah.
But next week, it should be the same time. Should be Wednesday. Yep. And we're going to be doing Under Siege 2. We're going to be
I can't wait.
Pairing the two. Like I said, we're going to be completely objective, unbiased, and then we're going to explain why Derailed is a million times better.
Yes.
Mitch Meetings has the last second one. He's usually good for some questions, though. Mitch is a good guy. I thought the question was, what is the mother of all F-ups? So that was I think that was the quiz. So that's a line from Under Siege 2, if you guys don't know. So I can see why you would think that, but nobody asked any questions related to that. But yeah, the answer, obviously, Rob Schneider.
Yeah,
that's what he says in the movie. So look forward to that next week. Otherwise, thank you guys for showing up, and we'll see you guys next week. Oh yeah, Redeye just did a video. If you guys weren't here for the beginning, did a video on this movie.
On Derailed,
yeah. Check it out. Check out his, and then check out mine, and then see you guys next week. I think we both did Under Siege 2 also. So there's a lot of content to go with the Die Hard on the train out there.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait either.